Hi, my name is Kyle Dunn, and we are Team 17 with Certus Semiconductor working on their project for their GPIO packages. Certus Semiconductor desires a testing platform for their S90 MPW test chip in order to test equipment used to characterize their ASICs. This is because Certus currently requires a third party to characterize their ASICs, which is proving to be expensive and time consuming. Our team has been asked to design that test platform using a Python code for a plug-and-play system for Certus's benefit. The team has been coding scripts for variables and inputs and outputs, while also building the test setup with equipment such as multimeters, oscilloscopes, waveform generators, power supplies, and a Raspberry Pi. This entire testing setup will be handed over to Certus at the conclusion of this fall semester. In this presentation, our team will lay out the project progress report showing our current work, any current outstanding issues, and setting a foundation for the work to come for the rest of the semester.
Hey, I'm Adam Burke, and I'm going to talk about the hardware setup for what our senior project is. Right now, here's the laptop that controls everything, sends signals to and from the Pico, which will eventually, once we get our test bench, will send the appropriate signals for our test. We also have equipment like an ammeter here that will output current and a function generator for different tests. And then here's our oscilloscope where you can actually see the signals coming in and out.
Then once we get down here, we actually trigger a measurement and we tell the oscilloscope here, I'm going to run it real quick. And you'll see it's being completely automated. You'll see the delay appears right there, and then the delay comes out in the console right there. So that's a quick little demo for our project. All of it is completely automated.
All right, so we're on schedule-ish. We're still waiting for the part. It was told to us it would be here in 2 weeks, a week ago. So once it comes in, we can actually plug it in and get some feedback for our project.
Yeah, and right now we're just working on writing a couple of scripts just to prepare for. So I'd say, yeah, we're doing pretty well on schedule.
My name is Jake Yinga, and my portion was future work. So for future work, we're still working on most of our code. We're going to have to code each of the pinouts that are required for each different test iteration. So in the upcoming weeks, we're going to be coding each of those. Not sure how many are required yet, but our advisor will get back to us and let us know what is required of us for that. Then we also need to be able to capture stuff from the oscilloscope. And then the goal is to capture data, get a return back from the machine that lets us go on to the next program. And so that way it's fully automatic and you only have to press run once.
Hi, I'm Raphael. Overall, the project scope remains the same, where we are building an in-house bench test setup that will automate the process of characterizing Certus's S90 I/O test chip. As shown through our demo, our test bench will be built with free Python libraries and local lab equipment that is owned by Certus. Minor delays in the procurement of the silicon package has made shuffling of the schedule occur, but as shown through our demo, progress is still being made towards setting up a proper test bench. So future work will have to include us receiving the test chip, where we will build the physical test bench and test the software that we built with the Raspberry Pico, and do further refining so we can create a product that Certus will be happy with in the end.